I understand that Michael Thomas is not there, who arguably is one of the best wide receivers in the game. I understand that. And I understand how that can throw off an offense. When your most important player on that offense is gone, it kind of throws it off. Even if you have, other great pieces, that piece, it's no replacing that piece. But here's why. Here's what is alarming to me is how Drew Brees is playing. A lot of people's going to see the score yesterday. I believe it was 30-37. Like, a lot of people are going to see the score and or not yet. Yeah, a lot of people's going to see the score and think to themselves, "Oh, it was a pretty good game." No. It was here's the thing. It was close on paper. You had Drew Brees had a decent game. Aaron Rodgers had an incredible game. He got almost every wide receiver on the roster. He got them involved. Aaron Jones played well. Alvin Kamara played well, but on paper it's going to look close. But if you really look at the quarterback play, and I said this on Twitter, at least right now, and now of course things could change, I don't know. But at least right now, it's not looking like Aaron Rodgers and Drew Brees are aging the same. Now, I know Drew Brees is older. Drew Brees is what, 41, 42? But Drew Brees looks old. Drew Brees looks slow. It doesn't look like he has velocity in his arm. There were times when he threw a bad interception. Now Taysom Hill did have a costly fumble, but it doesn't look like Drew Brees with the arm strength that he's demonstrated this year. It doesn't look like he's able to lead a team to the Super Bowl. Now, it would be different if it was if he was playing like he did the end of the year last year. Now, of course, we know about the 5 games he was out, but he looked rejuvenated. He looked energized. He still had zip on the ball. While he wasn't throwing the ball really deep downfield, he still had accuracy. That's not what we're seeing this year. What we're seeing Drew Brees sort of, he's throwing a lot of 4-yard passes, 5-yard passes, and telling the receiver or the running back to make something happen. Like, you can do that if you have an Alvin Kamara, if you have a Michael Thomas, but you can't live off that. You still have Cook. You still have Emmanuel Sanders, who had his first touchdown as a Saint this year on Sunday. But you can't continue to ask you can't continue to ask your receivers or your running back to bail you out. And don't get me wrong, Alvin Kamara had a really good game on Sunday, but it just didn't. Again, it's to me, it's not sustainable if you can't throw the ball downfield. And what's even worse, and the biggest reason why I'm sketchy and I might switch my pick for the Super Bowl is because of that defense. And it's not the fact that that defense is horrible. It's the fact that they keep getting penalty after penalty after penalty. And it's like, it's not even the young players. Malcolm Jenkins is getting a lot of penalties. Marcus Lattimore is getting a lot of penalties. Like, Cam Jordan is getting penalties. It's like your veterans are getting a lot of penalties, and their defense. I think they've been the most penalized team in the entire league for the first 3 games, and I don't know what it is. Their defense. All right, so I know that they don't have like a juggernaut defense, but their defense was still at least top 10 last year, and now it's just penalty after penalty after penalty, and it would be different if it was like the Texans, right? It would be different if the Texans, if you look at their opponent, you played 3 of arguably the best teams in the AFC your first 3 games. You played Patrick Mahomes first game. You play you play Lamar Jackson the second game, and you play the Pittsburgh defense the third game. Like, I understand if you're 0-3. I understand if you're going to struggle. While the Saints aren't 0-3, they've struggled with a with a Raiders team, which, as we saw on Sunday, got manhandled by the Patriots.